Hello everyone, welcome to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were here in Cliving. We were talking to Reeve Athelward inside the Mead Hall here. And we had finished doing the bounds, running around all over there, checking the bounds, trying to thin down the levels of mounted warg riders who are around and about in this area. And we were given a mission from the Reeve to head back down to Ethingales and talk to Thane Mildred. She has lost her husband, she's lost her son, and now the Reeve has her daughter, so she is all by herself down there. Whether he's purposefully or inadvertently engaging in a bit of psychological warfare with her, it's hard to say which, but isolating her and causing her loneliness and all, he is wanting to propose marriage to Thane Mildred, as he says, to unite our two cities in a mutual defense. So we will see what happens. He has asked us to go down and take his second proposal of marriage to her, which we are going to do. I am going to see exactly where we are headed. I think we just head straight back out here. And then, let's see, we're in the Norcrofts. We're in Cliving, so we just head straight south. And then we are going to go to the east whenever we hit the road. So that is easy enough. We will actually pull up our war steed. Starting to get the hang of driving this thing a little. And yes, I know I need to spend those trait points. So why don't we go ahead and do that now as well. Blue, green, and red. And I've just got a ding on Steam. A little beep. So let me go and check that out. See who's beeping me. Whether it's Dwindin or Mindfiend, and I will be right back with y'all. And welcome back, people. It is a different day in the game as well as a different day online right now. We are back about, 6 hours later. Sorry, that was Dwindin calling, and he wanted to go and do some Minecraft, so we ended up fishing in Minecraft for a while there, and a lot of fun was had. Pulled out a lot of enchanted books and a bunch of enchanted fishing poles and bows that we're going to repair and use for our own private use. So let's see where we are. Yep, keep going down until we take the next left. But we got that out of the way, so we are back in Lord of the Rings now. We are going to head on down here to Ethingales and talk to Miss Mildred and see what kind of situation we're getting into. I think I was saying at the time, it's hard to say what. I'm having a hard time reading the Reeve. Is he trying to be a good person? Is he trying to break her spirit and force her to marry him? Now that he's taken her, is he really taking the daughter out of the goodness of his heart, or is it just further? Is it just some further psychological warfare there? Let's take a look. Is this our left? This is our left. Okay. Running on back up to full speed. Let's remember double tapping backwards throws on the emergency brake, throws the parking brake on. Right there. I think that's Ethingales up there. Isn't that the one? Yes. So that's the one that goes back on over to the border forts and all. We are going to head on up this way. Now, remember, I see that little icon. We were going to level up our horse, weren't we? We were just looking at leveling up the horse whenever we had stopped. So we will get that also. We were looking at the horse skills trees. Let's go on up a little bit. We'll go up to the mead hall, and then we will stop and take a look at the horses' trait trees and see what we can do about that. Which one might be the best one for us? 4, this ain't too bad whenever you're actually not trying to fly at full speed through the town. Not a bad way to go. You kind of get used with a little practice. I'm still not sold on these horses 100%, but it's not as bad as it was when I was first starting out. Once again, it's learning less haste, more speed. Don't need to go flying through here at a full gallop. And we're going to stop right up here. Now, let's take a look at Keely's trait trees. Can I turn around? There we go. And let's level up our horse a bit, shall we? Okay, that's what we were doing right here. Enter. Blue line is a fast and agile light war speed. The cursor's greater speed allows him to build fury at a quicker pace, allowing the execution of a more devastating fury-filled attacks. Great speed comes at the cost of less endurance and armor. Well, I definitely don't need great speed, do I? Moderately armored medium war steed. The round C provides balance and stability without sacrificing or favoring survivability or maneuverability. Riders of this war steed are usually more focused on close combat, blending greater offense over defense than its lighter and heavier brethren. And then we have this heavy war steed protects more than it speeds. The Destroyer's greater armor allows them to take more damage, and their enhanced power allows extensive use of special mount abilities. In trade, a slower speed makes for slower fury generation, less overall mobility. You know, I'm sitting here saying I don't want the fast and agile light war speed, but if it's got greater speed, seeing as that most of the time when I'm using my war steed, it's going to be just traveling really fast cross country, does that actually cause them to go faster than the 14.5? Or does it make your 14, does it make your 10 equal to an 11? Why don't you just make 11 faster? Well, this one goes to 11. So I'm going to stop right there for a second, and I'm going to go out and do just a little bit of research and see if that's actually faster as far as moving cross country. So I'll be back in just a moment. And looking at the descriptions in the forums and the wiki and all, it looks like the light speed does actually have a faster speed and more maneuverability. People were saying that they can go almost full speed through a city, and the maneuverability actually allows them to turn and steer it about almost as good as a regular horse. So let's see, is that going to allow us to go into that? Wow, look at there. Okay, we got the red line, we've got the blue line, and we got the yellow line again. Yellow is most likely, I'm thinking, fellowship stuff again? Is that what you're looking at? That tends to be in your personal lines, that tends to be the one that gives you your particular stuff to help out whenever you're in a group. Blue tends to be more damage or more at resisting and healing and that sort of stuff. You see your evades and all. What is the red line? So we got, okay, so we can set up specs here too, huh? Okay, light, medium, and heavy. Let's go with the light for now. What are these? Agility, not earned. Not earned. Strength, not earned. Power, not earned. So we've got 12 points to spend. Long reach. You take aim from atop your war steed, providing greater distance for all your ranged abilities. And that's what they said too, is that this tended to be the light tends to be more aimed toward ranged characters, which mine isn't, but I do have the ranged now, where I am able to throw the throwing knives. I do have that little bit of ability. And heck, if it took forever to wear something down with the throwing knives, at least I can stay out of range of it. Healing rating, come in healing, combat regen. Let's see what the different levels are. That's max distance. That is critical weight ratings and armor penetration. Finesse, which doesn't mean anything to me. Physical and tactical mastery. Damage threat, healing threats. Skills apply moderate bleed, keen strike, and strategic strike. Feign injury. Decrease your aggression. I'm pretty much a solo, so that doesn't help. Finds itself unable to tire. That would be nice. And wrath. Red skills 15% more likely if once you get way up there. What is this one? Physical mitigation. Healing. Combat regen, power regen. Endurance regen. Oh, decisions. I may buy a second trait spec. How much does it cost to unlock a spec? How much is that going to run us? 521 to do another spec? Oh, that's not hard at all. So I could easily do all three of these. I think we're going to go red line for right now. Next up, we may do blue line. Eventually, we'll get all three of the lines. Let's go ahead and put our points into this to start with. Plus 10 max distance. Forceful blows, that gives us increased critical rating. Okay. Which one's here? Combat advantage, mastery, physical and tactical mastery versus finesse rating. What is this one? That's size of your war steed is misleading, leaving enemies can taken lightly in battle. Damage takes our healing and damage threat, which once again we don't do grouping that much, so that one really doesn't do much for us. So let's put the points here with the mastery. There we go. 3 more points available, but we need to open that one to get to the next one. Until violent rage, certain attacks perform additional bleed damage. We get decreased aggression from the enemy and unable to tire. Let's go ahead. What we got? 3 points left. Let's throw them there. There we go. Can we apply those? Let's apply those. If you are mounted on a war steed, you will be dismounted. Go ahead. There. All right. So he's got long reach, forceful blows, combat advantage, and deceptive appearance. Very good. Got that done. Now, we needed to dismount anyway because we need to go in and we need to talk to Thane Mildreth. Let her know what the situation is in Cliving and let her know the Reeves proposition for her. Oh, the poor Thane. I am so sorry, ma'am. A second proposal.
You cannot be serious! That scoundrel! That braggart!
Thane Mildreth listens to your message from Reeve Athelward with growing horror and disgust. You cannot be serious! That scoundrel! That braggart! His inaction doomed my husband Pendrad to death by the orcs, and he personally gave my son the wound that killed him. He has the gall to ask for my hand not once but twice, and he used friends to do it. Mildreth brings herself under control and continues in a quiet, deadly voice. I sent you to learn if my daughter Sylphlad is being treated well by the murderer of her father and brother. Is she? Well, she certainly seems to be, okay? Ooh, let's see if our steed levels up. We did! Did we earn another trade point? We earned another trait point as well. Chapter 9, South Across the Plains. If Sylphlet says she is being treated well, I will keep my complaints to myself. Thank you for easing the worry in a mother's heart. My daughter is strong-willed, and I trust that she will have the sense to send word if her attention changes to ill. Turning now to the well-being of my people, I find clarity. We must not rely on the Reeve to protect us. I do not trust him, but more so, I feel in my heart he will see first to the defense of Cliving, and will not leave his walls to protect the rest of us. The other towns of the Norcrofts do not have Cliving's natural defenses. You have been a good help to me, but I know you are eager to progress westward in pursuit of the Urks you seek. Go southwest to Faldheim by means of the river crossing to scout and see if the crossing is held by foes. Also, I ask that you collect emblems from any orcs you find in the Norcrofts. Show those emblems to Elfhelm, the Thane of Faldheim, as proof that we must stand on our own and not rely on Athelward. Oh, wait! Elfhelm has gone to the fords of Isen. His son Elfmar must have rule of Feldheim in his absence. Show him the emblems. So collect orc emblems from the orcs of the Norcrofts, and then scout the river crossing southwest of Ethengales. Okay, that we can do. River crossing southwest, so we will head on out. And we'll start on chapter 9 here. It's been about 10 minutes. Yeah, we're only about halfway through it. So, let's look at the map right quick. We are going to be heading down to here, and we are going to scout the river crossing here as well. So we need to head on back east, or west rather. Head on back west, and then head on to the south once more. So what's our maximum speed? 15. All right, so we did get faster. And it does seem to be a little bit more maneuverable. Yeah, we're making these corners much better than we were before. So, hey, I think light was the... Perhaps not... Whoa, he says, and then immediately crashes into every wall and gets stuck behind the rocks. I think we were correct to go with light in this particular instance, at least for our long-term goals. Let's speed it on up here. Get our speed 15. And then to the west. Yeah, this will be nice. This will be nice whenever we are traveling cross country like this. I will have to pull my war steed out of my pocket more often. Is that a war steed in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Or is it you're just wanting to go fast? Now, to the south. Until we get to the river crossing. And we are definitely going to slow down a little bit before we get there. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. So is this the river crossing they're talking about? Scouted the river crossing. Okay. Definitely scouted that. I don't see any kind of enemies at the moment, so we seem to be okay with it. Worst things we have is a field bear, which we only wanted to look at. We didn't want to fight you, so we're going to let you live for now, bear, as we continue further south. Let's jack it on up. So we need to collect emblems from the orcs. So we need to find some orcs. We can't just go into the town without anything in our hand. I'm hoping we'll see some up this way. What happened to all the orcs that were north of us, hanging out around Cliving? For it to be such a well-defended area, and for its reeve to be so as she says, arrogant about his defenses and all, they certainly didn't seem to have, an orc problem in their fields. Now, can we take this guy on? A little faster. Hit him. And hit him. And down he goes. Did we get a thing from him? I don't know if we did. I guess we need to find one. And Slayer of Mounted Enemies. Alright, well, they don't count for orc emblems, huh? Well, that's pointless. Yeah, they don't count toward Book 8, Chapter 9. So where are the orcs that we're going to need to get for Book 8, Chapter 9? Well, I find them up this way. We got to find actual orcs. The Uruks not count in this particular situation. This looks like a orc encampment up here. White Hand Corruptor. Okay, that's one that we can take on. Oh, we got dismounted, huh? Alright, let's mount back up. Now, let's take on the scout. Doesn't take much to dismount us, does it? But that's okay. He's not an armored, he's not a mounted one, so we want to take him on this way anyhow. Let's see. Can I sneak up on a mounted? Quest available. Vengeance for Ethungels. Mounted orcs have been threatening the people of the Norcross for some time. Thinning their number would provide a great benefit to those who remain in Ethungels, as well as bring vengeance for those who have already fallen. Sure, we'll take that on, since we're probably going to be taking these people on anyway. I've forgotten, can I ride my horse in stealth? I think I actually can. Why do you keep dismounting me? There we go. Let's get our speed up to like an 11.7. I think we'll be a lot easier to keep a hold of them that way. Come on, let's hit him again. There we go. How many orc emblems have we gotten so far? 2, huh? Oh, I bet he doesn't count. Let's see. He's an Uruk. Yep, he doesn't count for our thing on the quest. Let's stop. He doesn't count either. Where's the Uruk Slayer? So Uruks don't count toward our total. What else have we got around here? There's another orc. Can we take him on? Can we go into stealth on horseback? That'd be interesting to see. All in the wrist, plus 50 evade chance. Now, let's dismount, and let's go take him on foot. That way we can do this like a true burglar. And use our skills, you know? Much better, much better. 4 more emblems. A white hand invader. Yes, he counts too. Good. White hand and all count. We just don't want the Uruks. Alright, I need to distract you and make you stop. There we go. We call burglar root. Actually sounds like some kind of potion you would make in one of the role-player games. We need to get a dose of burglar root. 5 emblems. We need 1 more. Rittermark Scarn. Let's go get that Urukai Scout. Find his weaknesses. Let's distract him. And let's stab him in the butt. And I'm sure we are going to get a travelogue entry here in just a moment whenever we come up on the other city. That's got all our orc emblems we need. Now, let's mount up again. And let's head on over here to Faldheim. We won't take out any more mounted right now. We got to get 4 more. That shouldn't be a problem. There's plenty out here in the fields. So we will come back in and take those on next time. I want to get this next chapter completed. Shahard's farm. Am I still on the road that leads up to the gates? It would seem not. We missed it somewhere in Swiss farm. There, looks like the main road. Whoa, what kind of a rubber band was that? We rubber banded about like the... You have discovered Faldheim. All right, fantastic. And this is a good spot to do the travelogue, so we'll go ahead and we'll get this one done. And I'll be with y'all again in just a second here. You have discovered the town of Faldheim. Well, that was nice and simple. Not too much to read there. Comes under the cities of Eastern Rohan deed. Okay, we've got our travelogue out of the way. Let us see where we are going to find the Elfmar. I imagine he's in the Mead Hall, which I would think would be this place. I made a quick trip to the provisioner to sell off some of the junk. Faldheim. Let's go on in. There we are. Elfward. Once again, not a whole bunch of people partying and having a great time like what you see with over there at the city that burned. I can't remember its name, Langhold or whichever one it was that burned to the ground, you know. It was a very busy mead hall. Elfmar, Thane of Faldheim. You stand before Elfmar, son of Elfham, Thane of Faldheim. How may I serve you?
Welcome to Faldheim, friends.
Welcome to Faldheim, friends. These are not the first such emblems I have seen. I know the orcs move across the Norcrofts in great numbers. I am trying to do the best I can to combat them while my father is away at the fords of Eisen. Indeed, let's take a look at that one right quick. Orc emblems. This crude emblem serves as a reminder that even the orcs possess some form of organization. Indeed. Awful racist thing to say.
Welcome to Foldham, friends.
Even the orcs are capable of a minor level of sentience. What kind of excuses used by conquering peoples throughout history. Let's finish this up and get to chapter 10.
You've seen battle. Would you like to train with my men?
Book 8, Chapter 10, Shield Brothers. I have known Thane Mildred since I was a boy. She was not Thane then, of course. It is a great shame what happened to her husband and to her son, but I am not attributing her words solely to grief. Reeve Athelward is many things, and I would never say he lacked courage, but the simple fact is that Cliving is far away. He worries first about Cliving, and second about the other towns within his riding. I cannot say I would do otherwise. You tell Elfmar that you spoke with his father Elfhelm at the Fords of Eisen. No, I didn't! Oh, at the Fords of Eisen. Okay, whoa. About to say, there was nobody at the Little River. Fords of Eisen. That was a while back, wasn't it? Ooh, we were on the other side of the mountains. I am glad to hear he still lives, Gnarlo. I would like to hear more of your account. While my father is away, I'm trying to rule in his place as best I can. You have seen battle. Would you like to train with my men? We can discuss the states of things in Rohan, and you can tell me more of what you've seen beyond the borders. Talk to Elfmar and help to train his men in the defense of Faldheim. Yeah, we'll do that. We will take that, and that is where we will leave it. So next time, we will be working on Chapter 10 here. Shield Brothers, as we work with the men of Faldheim to try and see what we can teach from them, and maybe we will learn something about ourselves too. Yes, it's after school special time, folks. We will see y'all next time. Thank you for coming along, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll see you then as we continue on along. Thank you, and bye-bye. Almost forgot, didn't we?